Hello, I'm Nick Wiley. Today's Friday, June 23rd, 2023. Here are your latest Church Militant headlines. A Minnesota bishop accused of covering up sex abuse is returning to ministry after resigning in disgrace 8 years ago. Thursday, the Archdiocese of St. Paul in Minneapolis announced former Auxiliary Bishop Lee Pichet is returning to ministry after he, quote, has embraced a life of prayer and penance for the intention of victims of abuse in the Archdiocese and for efforts to bring healing into their lives of those who have been impacted in any way by clergy abuse. Having resigned alongside Archbishop John Nienstedt in 2015, Pichet will now serve as vicar for retired priests. Pro-life leaders will rally tomorrow in D.C. to celebrate the one-year anniversary of the Supreme Court's overturning of Roe v. Wade. Speakers for the event include Martin Luther King's niece, Dr. Alveda King, along with the presidents of groups like 40 Days for Life and Live Action. Owing to the overturning of Roe, there are now 15 states in which abortion is almost entirely illegal. A new report reveals more than half the world's population lives in countries where state and non-state actors are persecuting people for their religious beliefs. Yesterday, Aid to the Church in Need published a report showing Christians are being persecuted by authoritarian governments and Muslim jihadists in most African and Southwest Asian countries. But in China, India, and Myanmar, Muslims are also being persecuted by the state, as well as fellow Muslims. An Ohio town is disinviting the so-called Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence to speak at an upcoming Pride celebration. After major pushback from the community, the mayor of Solon, Ohio, a suburb of Cleveland, announced a restructure to the day's events, no longer including the anti-Catholic group. Councilman Bill Rousseau commented, "You know, we wouldn't think of doing anything to mock the Jewish religion or the Muslim religion, so I don't know why people think it's okay to do so to the Catholic religion." And finally, a real Catholic nun is one step closer to sainthood. Thursday, Pope Francis advanced the cause of Mother Mary Lang with a promotion from the title of Servant of God to Venerable. The Baltimore-based sister founded the first African-American religious congregation, the Oblate Sisters of Providence, in 1829, with the mission of teaching and caring for African-American children. I'm Nick Wiley. Those are your Church Militant headlines. Please watch the Vortex today, where Michael talks about wokeness destroying the West. God bless you.
You